going on? How's everyone doing?
Shout out to Colin. Everybody else who's cool with Colin.
Chunky! I didn't say.
Get your popcorn and your Coca-Cola and relax.
Anyway, tell Colin I'm ready.
What's going on? This is Colin. How's everybody doing? Happy Wednesday. Hope you guys are all having a... Is it Wednesday? Yeah, it's Wednesday. Hope you guys are all having a great Wednesday. We got some good ones. I've got some good ones. We start with the conclusion, the final conclusion of the sentencing. You guys all remember this case. The guy who chased the younger females away from a accident. We finally get the conclusion of that. I have a feeling that everyone's going to be split between this. It's going to be it's a difficult case. So it's definitely a difficult yeah, it's going to be difficult. Anyways, we also, let's see what else we got. Because so many people have been asking, I grabbed some Judge Manning clips. So we got some Judge Mannings in here. We got some pre-trial. We got some pre-trial in here. And just because he seems to love my channel very much, and he comes and he hangs out with us all the time. Broken System, Broken Trust is in the video. He showed up today in court. It's a short clip, but it's still good. All right. Before I get any further, can we get some shout outs to our good friend Rich? Let's just get some happy thoughts for Rich. Rich is yeah, he just needs some happy thoughts. Let's just keep it at that. I'm gonna keep his personal stuff out of it. So let's all, throw some happy thoughts out to Rich. He needs them right now. All right. Anyways, before I hit that play button, you already know what to do. Hit the like and subscribe. Do your jump kick back flips. Let's go.
Maybe seated. Court does call the case.
Sorry, Shane. I actually meant to bring you up while I was doing the intro, and yeah, didn't want to stop my train of thought, because when I think about my intro before I say it, so I kind of keep the bullet points. But yeah, Shane, thank you. 2 months. Awesome, buddy. Very much appreciate it. Glad you're here.
The people versus John Torres.
Good afternoon, Your Honor. Patricia Reiser on behalf of the people.
Good afternoon, Judge Joshua Van Lawn on behalf of Mr. Torres, who's present to my right. Sir, can you tell the judge your name, please?
John Torres.
All right. And you had previously read and reviewed the pre-sentence report. We've been here a few times.
That's correct, Judge. No additions, deletions, or corrections. We've talked about those already.
All right. And there's nothing else you'd like to say?
No, Judge. What I would indicate is the court has given us plenty of opportunity to think about this case, figure out how we want to proceed. We won't be withdrawing the plea. We'd like to go forward, and we rely on the prior statements that were made. Sad case. It just is.
All right. Both moms are here, I think. And ladies, I know you've had also an opportunity to address the court, but is there anything else you'd like to say to the court? No? All right. Let me just say this, and in part, I will say this to the victims' families. One of the things that I promised you more than anything else is that I don't think it was the last hearing, but the hearing before, is that sometimes there can be a feeling that you're not heard. And the one thing that I promised to you is that at least as far as this judge, you would be heard. I would listen to you in your position. And I believe at the last hearing that I laid out that I looked at additional things prior to the sentence. I will also say that I have quite a hefty caseload and things. This is one of those cases that weighs very heavily on the court. In a lot of ways, because as I sit here, you always are trying to do the right thing. Both in terms of any victims and their families, as well as in terms of the defendant. And sometimes it's very difficult to reconcile that, to come up with and fashion something that can in one way make sense, and in another way allow everyone to, but particularly the victim's family, to have some closure to the tragedy. I can't bestow upon you, can't give to you in any way absolute closure, because some of that comes with time. Some of it, frankly, and it's a hard place to get to, comes with the notion of forgiveness. As I indicated before, and let me, rarely do I take people through my entirety of my thought process, and I won't share it all, but I'll share these parts. That day, all of those involved had certain responsibilities. And I'm not, and believe me, folks, I'm not trying to blame anybody necessarily. One of the things with drivers is,
Yes, yes, and yes. This is where Simpson did his own investigation. I was very critical of him the last time that this case came up. I was very critical because where it looked like he did his own research. I didn't really have the right to make that opinion because I don't know what he has in front of him. So for everyone who told me that I was right to say that, thank you. For everyone that said that I was wrong to say that, you're also right. I have no idea. I have no idea what he has. We don't have the PSI report. So it just seemed a little off. This has just been a tough case. We all know that. We all know that.
and it's, I think anybody that's a parent, when their child begins to drive, that probably the hardest thing to, one of the hardest things to explain to them is that they have a certain responsibility when operating that vehicle to always have that vehicle under control. In a lot of ways, regardless of the circumstances, you have to have that vehicle under control. And then by the same token, you also explain to them that should something happen, regardless of what the circumstances are, you don't let your emotions, or what we commonly might know of as road rage, sort of take over and allow and do things that, quite frankly, in the grand scheme of things, make absolutely no sense. That's the problem I have, quite frankly, with you, Mr. Torres, is that you did something that didn't make any sense to me. Because it's almost like that road rage circumstance where all of a sudden you're, I think, causing this thing to happen. By the same token, and I say this with all respect to the family, I think you know how I feel about you guys. The young ladies in that car then have that other responsibility that I'm talking about, that you pray to your kids that they'll pay attention to, that they keep that vehicle under control regardless of anything else, that they just drive and do things safely. Reality is that at times when these things are going on, people aren't thinking. And then they're saying things one way after the fact, and that may not match up with something. Doesn't make any sense in a lot of ways. I wish, maybe, I guess I wish, that the powers that come to me to be able to impose a sentence, if I could just put everybody back, that would make me the happiest. But I can't, and I know I can't. That is the greatest frustration. I also know that I could follow this recommendation to the letter, impose the jail time 45 days from now, outside of the probationary period, when Mr. Torres walks out of the jail. Nothing's changed. Nothing. And so in that respect, what have we really done? What I don't want more than anything, and this may be a sort of weird way of doing it, but I don't want those two young ladies ever forgotten. That's what I don't want. Whether they send them to jail, don't send them to jail, I don't want them forgotten. Those were two vibrant lives that, given all the circumstances that day, are no longer with us. And so I hope the family can understand what I'm about to do and can appreciate it. I'm not sometimes when people look up at the robe and everything else, they think we always have the answers to everything, and I don't. I freely admit that. But I just do the best that I can with what I have in this. And when I boil it all down, I don't want your daughters forgotten. It is therefore the sentence of the court. You are placed on the maximum probation that I can sentence you to, which is 24 months probation. I'm going to increase the fines and costs in this case, and you are to pay $1,555 fines and court costs, $720 probation oversight fees. When can that be paid?
Today.
That's to be paid today. There is to be no use of alcohol, recreational marijuana, or any illegal substance. You'll be subject to random testing as requested by probation. You are to complete a driver improvement course as directed by probation. I'm going to order that you complete 100 hours of community service with proof to probation. I'm going to order that the defendant, I'm going to order 90 days in jail, credit 1 day served. The defendant will serve 45 days of this sentence, but that serving of those 45 days will not begin immediately. The defendant is ordered to report to the Washtenaw County Jail on Friday, August 2nd, 2024. It will be the third anniversary of when this tragedy occurred. When you report to the jail that way, and it's all that I can do, those two young ladies will have to be remembered on that day. The remainder of the sentence is suspended. I will tell you, Mr. Torres, if you do not follow my orders in this sentence to the letter, those other 45 days will be served by you. Am I understood?
Yes.
Thank you.
Thank you, Your Honor.
All right, all right. This is. I wanted that to play. I know you guys. Biggin is awesome. Biggin is. He is one of my favorite YouTubers, and we're buddies. We're buddies now. You know, I can call him a friend. Thank you so much, Biggin, for the raid. I just wanted to let that play. I didn't want to be popping things up because that was a very emotional part of what Judge Simpson wanted to do. And yes, what I brought up on screen, no, and I were fighting over this case. Not when I say fighting, we were arguing like adults, and we went back and forth for a couple days over this. And because I wasn't on the side of the defense, I was not. I didn't think the guy should be let off easy. I thought he was kind of being screwed a little bit because I felt like Judge Simpson was going over what he should have been doing after the prosecutor pretty much dropped the case. That was my point. No's like, no, this guy needs to go to jail. So that was the argument. So yeah, no and I had a very friendly discussion about this case over multiple days. Anyways, Biggin, thank you so much for the raid. You are awesome. Thank you everyone who's coming in. Tupac, I hope you saw my message. I saw the very generous super chat. This is a very generous super chat. I sent a message and I said, I'll call you out in a second. I didn't want to pause it during that speech. I really didn't. But thank you so much. So generous. I pickpocketed Jonathan. Apparently, I can't even speak tonight. I pickpocketed Jonathan. Apparently, he carries all pennies. Dear Lord, these cargo pants are strong. Yeah. I mean, when you pickpocket the cargo king of the world, Jonathan. Yeah. I mean, I don't know what else to say. Thank you so much, Tupac. Very generous. Sparkle Boots, member for 2 months. Thank you so much, Sparkle Boots. And Time Lady. Time Lady is here. Everyone say hi to Time Lady. Very hard case. Thanks for covering it with great respect, Colin. Yeah, I tried. I really did try. I did think that Judge Simpson kind of went a little bit above what he should do as a judge. And this is one of the few cases I give my opinion on. I really don't give my opinion on a lot of cases. You guys know this. I pretty much just say, kind of laugh with everybody and whatever. But this case was hard for me. This case was very hard for me. It was very decisive, very hard case. But this is the conclusion. There's still about a minute left of it. I'm going to let it play out after this, but he was sentenced 24 months probation. And yeah, anyways, Kathy Berry gifted 5 memberships. Thank you so much, Kathy. Thank you for giving the memberships, and welcome to all the new members. Members only Monday. They're a lot of fun. Go check out the past Mondays that if you just got the membership. All right, let's finish this up. Like I said, there's like a minute left.
Why don't you guys wait until let them leave and let them wait for a moment.
Officer Colin is present. Grab his mic.
Just give them a minute to get down the hallway. Everybody else I trust. I don't trust the guy on the end. And you know why. I don't forget anything. Sorry, folks. It's best I can do. I tried.
Judge, that fine was 1,055 or?
I kicked it up to $1,555. Again, it doesn't do much, but at least make it hurt a little. It's a signed copy.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. You all set? Oh, he's at the counter. Okay. All right, you guys take care of yourselves. No, go ahead. You can go. Just behave yourself.
Yes, sir.
You guys take care.
Yeah, yeah. That is the conclusion. That is the conclusion of that case. I was it, I think it was Fred that said it a little bit ago. I need to go and I'll make the links to all the previous cases. So anyone who's watching that doesn't know what just happened, this was a very hard case to follow. And yeah, I'll go get the links and I'll put them up there. But I think I've covered every single one of those videos in live streams, so they're a part of other videos. So that might be a good one to actually cut and make its own video. Anyways, I'm rambling. Heather, the love of my life. Hopefully you have a great rest. You deserve it. You dealt with me all day long. You deserve to close your eyes in peace. I will talk to you in the morning. Anyways, let's see. Yep, I read that one. Time lady. Thank you so much, Time Lady. Kathy Berry read that one. Michael, thank you so much for becoming a new member. Thank you. Welcome to the family. Like I said a few minutes ago, members only Mondays. They're awesome. Have fun. Hang out. It's fun. Terry V. I still don't know. Did you ever respond to me the other day? Is it Terry V or Terry 5? I think it's Terry V. You probably responded to me and I just forgot. I'm really sorry. But yeah, Anyway, unpopular answer is you aren't legally an adult until 18. You can't drink until 21 and you aren't mentally mature enough. MB 16, you shouldn't drive. My bad, 16-year-old should. Oh, my bad. That's what MB is. Yeah, I understand. That is I see your point now. Now that I read that a couple times, I should have read that before I brought it up on screen and tried to decipher it. But no, I understand what you're saying. So, yeah, you're not legally an adult till 18. You can't drink till 21. You aren't mentally mature enough. But 16, you're driving. I understand that. And these were, I think they were 17-year-olds, right? So, I mean, the statement makes sense. It makes sense. I mean, when I was 16, I thought I was invincible too. So, I mean, I understand what you're saying. But thank you so much for the super chat. All right. You guys want to see some pre-trial? You guys want to see some of that? Some Judge Manning? Everyone's been asking me about Judge Manning. Not everybody, but I've got a lot of comments. Where's Judge Manning? Where's Judge Manning? She's still there. But yeah. I don't know why, but people just kind of stopped covering her. I've got a couple Judge Manning clips. Thank you to No, by the way. No. He sends me this stuff. And I'll go and I'll grab them. I'm like, yeah, I'll put that up. I'll put that up. And then sometimes I do, sometimes I don't. But everyone say thank you to No. He is the reason why pre-trial is coming up on your screen right now. And if it's not Judge Manning, if Judge Manning's the next clip, I'm going to be very embarrassed, just so you know. I'm pretty sure it's Judge Manning. No, it's not. It's not. Oh, no! Right back to Judge Simpson. This guy is great. This guy is great, though. I promise. Oh no, I want to fast forward. I want to skip this clip. That is so embarrassing. That is so. Oh. I looked through this video before I played it, and I probably skipped way too fast. And I just saw Judge Simpson and thought that it was the same case. So we have one more Judge Simpson case before we get pre-trial. I'm so sorry, guys. I'm really good at what I do. I promise you guys. I'm really good at what I do. Yes, exactly that Fozzie just said. Haha, you're amazing at what you do. Thank you for so much hard work on watching all these clips so we don't have to. Thank you, Fozzie, for that super chat. Let me repeat what he just said. Ha 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 ha. You are awesome. Thank you so much for this hard work so we don't have to watch courts all day. That's exactly what he said. All right. We have one more. We have one more Judge Simpson. This is a good one. It's a good one. And then we get into pre-trial.
Good afternoon, Your Honor. Janelle Hewitt appearing with and on behalf of Mr. Pettiford.
All right. My understanding there's a motion.
That's correct, Your Honor.
Go ahead.
Yes, Your Honor. I had filed a motion to ask the court to consider allowing Mr. Pettiford to withdraw his plea. The basis for the request is that his plea was not made knowing or voluntary in the sense that he did not have all of the information that he would need to have to make the plea relative to his discovery. He indicated to me after our first meeting that he had never seen his police report. I was able to get it from the Ms. Hightower, as I had just been appointed on the case to review it with him. He didn't know that some of the information he contemplated being present was actually, in fact, addressed in the police report, and he would have considered taking his case to trial had he known that. He also had never seen the video footage from the dash cam or body cam that was available to him, and has asked that the court consider that in the interest of justice as well, allowing him to withdraw his plea so that he can make an informed decision moving forward as to how to proceed. I had discussed this with the prosecution in hopes of maybe trying to resolve the case in an alternative way, and we could stipulate to the withdrawal of the plea. There was some discussions as to potential other settlements, but at this time, we've not reached an agreement on that, and we're just waiting on the court to issue a decision.
Okay, based upon what I have in front of me, there was a request either for an evidentiary hearing on that. I don't know if that is still the request. If he's saying he didn't see the information, this defendant had been before the court on numerous occasions. Adjourning everything out so that the defendant could indeed review the materials and other things regarding this case. I am having a hard time believing that he didn't have that information from counsel or otherwise have requested that information and or refused it.
Yeah.
No, thank you, though.
To talk to you?
To me?
Yeah.
Oh, hold on. So what he has explained to me is that he requested this many times and was granted adjournments to be allowed to review, but he had never reviewed it. So that's the position that he's maintained. If the court is inclined to schedule an evidentiary hearing on that issue, I understand, and I'll explain that to Mr. Pettiford.
All right, because my inclination would be to deny his motion. I mean, I find it hard to believe that this matter had been pending since May of 2023. He enters his plea on October 4th, but that's of course after he's been out on bench warrant status. And then he's going to indicate that in essence, he knew nothing about the case or what was contained in the report prior to entry of his plea. I'm having a very difficult time believing that. So I will need his previous counsel to indicate what has happened on that. So I'll set an evidentiary hearing on his plea set aside or withdrawal.
Let me grab
I will. You can set it for next month. And I set it the 13th even. I mean, I can set it 27th, but they gotta get counsel. So. Afternoon.
Yes.
Which one? 2, 3.
3 p.m.
Just make up your mind.
3 p.m.
All right. I'll set that hearing for April 10th, 2024 at 3 p.m.
And Your Honor, will that be in person or by Zoom?
in person.
Thank you.
And you'll need to subpoena counsel, previous counsel here.
Thank you, Your Honor.
You're welcome.
Thank you very much.
All right, yeah, that guy. I covered him yesterday. He was in Judge Washington's court yesterday, and he was mouthing off. Go back and watch my clip from him yesterday. That dude. Yeah, you know what? Hold my opinions on the guy personally. He's fighting this case. He's creating headaches everywhere. All right. I really hope this is pretrial now. I really hope it's pretrial. If it's not, I might just let it play out the rest of the video. But before I hit that play button, we got some super chats. We have Legal Fiction. Fozzie's afraid to express his true. No, he's not. But I love it. I love it though. But thank you so much, Legal Fiction. And then Fozzie's cat. Colin rocks. Fozzie sucks. Yeah, Fozzie does suck. Fozzie does suck. He really does. But I love the cat though. All right. Thank you so much, both of you, for your super chats. All right. Let's go. Please be pretrial. Please be pretrial.
Hey,
Trial.
Hey, Mr. Jacoby. All right, let's run derelict Dukes. Mr. Dukes, that you? All right, we got position 19. Possession of cocaine with intent to distribute, possession of marijuana less than an ounce, unlawful to be employed by, associated with criminal street gang or participate in criminal street gang activity. And then unlawful for a person to commit the offense with the intent to obtain, earn membership, maintain, or increase status. 23 CP 223834. See, 102 days without indictment. Right now, there's a $5,000 split bond. Wow.
Cycles, 1 open case, 23 SC, 1 now.
Erica, you did not miss Josh. I put him at the end because that's what he deserves. I put him at the end. It's not a long clip. I've got 2 Judge Manning clips, and then he's coming up next. So he'll be there. He'll be there. You have not missed it yet, though.
1649, 2 counts of possession of a Schedule 2, 2 counts of possession and use of drug-related objects, sale of marijuana, and possession of a Schedule 1 controlled substance. No felony convictions, and nothing further.
All right, go ahead, Mr. Jacoby.
Yana, I'm laughing, Brad. I see what you just text me. Nice suit. Yana, clearly you see where I'm at. I'm just leaving the jail on a visit. Brad, me and you got business with Mr. Dukes on the 20th. On final plea on the SC case. We're gonna plead this case out, Judge non-negotiated in front of Judge DeForest. Judge, I'm just asking for a $5,000 total bond on this case. I don't know if Mr. Duke has a open case where pretrial have already come off his bond, but I'm trying to resolve all his cases on the 20th, Judge. I got with Mr. Malcolm as the prosecutor already, so we're gonna resolve his case in front of Judge DeForest on the 20th on the final plea. So, Judge, he just need a bond on this case. I will ask for a signature bond, but we're gonna be in front of Judge DeForest on the 20th and this on the 23 SC case, so we can plead this out and resolve it.
Is he gonna be living in Fulton County?
Yes, Judge, that's where he lives. He lives in his mother, Laquita Dukes, and Rondere, you can put that address on the record.
All right, go ahead, Mr. Malcolm.
All right, so I don't see Mr. Powers on. Does he still have these 2 gang charges that need a bond?
No, and I believe, I'm not sure if he does, Brad, but his last case, literally, Brad, he was just in the possession of cocaine. And Brad, he's not a part of any gang. And that's the reason why we was trying to resolve the case. I had talked to you about this case a while ago, Brad. They was hanging at the store at the BP, I believe, in Mechanicsville. Brad, my client just had a small amount of drugs, Judge, maybe less than 4 or 5 grams of cocaine. And Judge, we're gonna resolve the case. I don't know how this became a gang case. Gang unit, we did a preliminary hearing. Wasn't enough evidence on the gang charge, and so he hasn't been indicted, but it's just a possession case, Judge. Just like his other case, that's why we're gonna plea it out on the 20th.
So they didn't dismiss the gang charges though, did they? Because they're still on here.
No, they did not, Judge, and there was no evidence of any gang charge.
All right. Go ahead, Mr. Malkin.
I mean, normally I've heard Mr. Powers ask for a $100,000 bond on each gang count in other cases. So why wouldn't we do that here?
Judge, they saying my client is part of a 30 deep gang. 30 deep been wiped out since 2009, Judge. He's not a part of that gang. Judge, this was him and 3 other friends up at the BP gas station. Police was messing with them for having some drugs and cocaine. And I believe it was 3.5 grams of cocaine. So gang charge would be more consistent with like aggravated assault, Judge, or more armed robbery or some type of violent case. Him having 3.5 grams, and you can see the warrants, Judge. I don't see how we get a high gang amount on this charge.
Jacoby, I think at this point we just need to set a bond on the counts that are still there.
Yes.
So I guess I'll ask for a $225,000 bond, and then you could talk to Mr. Powers or Mr. Sperry to get a lower consent bond if they're not going to proceed on the gang charges.
Okay. Judge, I'm gonna ask for a $10,000 on the gang charges because my client is not a convicted felon and he doesn't have any ties to any gang. Judge, I helped prosecute the 30 Deep gang in 2009 with Gabe Banks, and that gang is no longer around.
You disbanded that gang, didn't you, Mr.
I
Hudson?
did. And you can see Ed Adams walking up to my Zoom too. Yes. Judge, man. Okay. Brad Malcolm. Yes.
All right, let's see. No drugs unless prescribed, no alcohol, no weapons, no replicas of weapons, no social media. No further contact your co-defendants, Dontavius Gilbert and Kennard, Keonard Guffey, Guffie. And they also have a Dericus, Dericus Harris, Harris. Stay away from 259 Richardson Street and stay away from Mechanicsville. Let's see, what does this say?
And perfect, Judge. That's perfect. And Brad, we on the final plea for the 23 SC case on the 20th. So I'm gonna go non-negotiated. You already sent me the offer on that case.
Okay, excellent. Thank you.
So, Judge, I'm asking for a low bond, which will be commensurate, given the fact I'm about to plea out one of his cases anyway.
Okay, it says he was confirmed back in 2016.
Judge, the gang, as you know, was disbanded in 2009.
All right. So he'll have an ankle monitor available, paid for by the county with a 24-hour curfew. Court, lawyer, medical. Let's see. So I'll do 3,000 UJR jail. All right, we'll do 50,000 and 50,000, and get in touch with Hutcherson or somebody and send me a consent order, okay?
Okay, I will, Judge. And thank you, Brad.
All right, thanks, Jacoby. All right.
Best of luck,
Thank you,
sir.
Judge.
See you around.
All right. Bye-bye.
Brad wants your tail
yeah.
if they get rid of those suits.
Yeah, I'm gonna bring it up here.
All right, let's see. Demetrius Hatcher.
Yeah, we got multiple cases. Judge Manning. This is Judge Manning's docket. It's fun. You know, she has fun. But this is I think this is why a lot of other people don't cover her. She rapid fires through these. They're not, they're pretty much standard, but like I said, people have been asking why Judge Manning is not covered. So here we go. Got some interesting ones. Thank you to Noah No. Hopefully he's still in the chat. While I'm between cases, nope, no new super chats. All right. Let's go.
All right, let's see. 23 CP 224015. 94 days without indictment, no bond as of December the 11th. 1, 2, 3, 4 counts of cruelty of the first degree, possession of firearm by a convicted felon, fleeing or attempting to elude a police officer, driving with license suspended or revoked, expired tag, or unregistered vehicle.
16 cycles by receiving stolen property and fleeing conviction 2006, imprisonment conviction 2011, and then a fleeing and hit and run conviction in 2012. Nothing further.
All right. Go ahead, Ms. Guest.
Yes, Your Honor. Mr. Hatcher is 34 years old and has been a resident of the Atlanta area his entire life.
Oh, that case. So she was there for fines and costs. No, she paid her fines and costs. It's a probation type of deal. Oh, that's something that we need to talk about, Rachel. So there was I can't make the video now. It's too late to show you. It's wild though. But the case was about 30 seconds long. And yeah, nothing. Judge Simpson didn't call her out. Staff didn't call her out. It was bad. It was bad. But yeah, she has a couple things she has to do by, I think Judge Simpson gave her 2 months. You guys have no idea what we're talking about. There was a defendant on Judge Simpson's docket today. But during the recess, there was this defendant, presumably female, was tripping hard. She was going back and forth. It was bad. It was clearly drugs. Now, I don't know her, but I'm going to say from my opinion and from what I talked to about with Rachel, she was tripping and she was going back and forth and she was talking to herself. She was dancing for a minute. She was doing all these crazy stuff on the call. And then when she got brought up, it was a 30-second hearing. Just essentially was, hey, you need 2 months to, I don't know. I think she had to take a class. But yeah, she paid all of her fines and costs. I remember that. Because at one point she was showing money on the screen. It was wild though. But yeah, it wasn't anything. But thank you for bringing that up, Rachel. Now I feel like I need to play it so everyone can see what she was doing. Because it was kind of funny. But then the case was just 30-second case. All right. Let's get back to pre-trial.
Specifically the Metro Atlanta area for the last 3 years. And I would like to also note that Mr. Hatcher has been in custody for over 90 days. Therefore, today he is entitled legally to have a bond placed on these charges. He does have a valid address where he would reside with his wife. They live in the South Fulton area, Your Honor. So we would ask that any requirements that Mr. Hatcher stay out of Fulton County be lifted because that is the residence that he shares with his family. Prior to being incarcerated, Mr. Hatcher operated in a moving company where he is the CEO of that moving company. While he's been incarcerated, that moving company has sustained substantial hiccups because Mr. Hatcher is the one that pays employees, that ensures things are staying afloat. But his family has been having a difficult time with the matters of his business while he's been in custody. He's also the caregiver for his brother who's in a wheelchair and who has suffered 3 seizures since Mr. Hatcher has been away. His brother actually made it a point to be at his preliminary hearing because he wanted to show support and also explain to the court about the vehicle that Mr. Hatcher was operating being a vehicle that is definitely a registered vehicle, Your Honor. But understanding that this is not an opportunity to get into the facts, I do want to just point out to the court that Mr. Hatcher does have that family support that would have been here today had they been given that opportunity. But his sickly brother has attended all of his court hearings in addition to his wife and small children.
It was just brought to my attention. Someone deserves a pause. For anyone who doesn't want to appreciate this pause, then you know what? You guys can all go fuck yourself. Vince, I just read your message. That is awesome, man. I am so glad you beat it. I'm That's awesome. That long? I'm not going to bring up the message. I'm not going to bring it up because I don't want to put your name out there. But good for you. Good for you. That is awesome. That is awesome. That's especially that long. I'm proud of you. I am proud of you. Let's just finish it at that. Congratulations. That's awesome. I am proud of you. I see the other people in the chat saying they're proud of you too. Good job on you, man. Really good job. Hopefully everything is good now and it continues to go that way. But yeah. That's that's the best thing I've heard all night. I needed that, Vince. I needed your good story to help me through this. It's been a rough day. I think a lot of people in the chat know there's been a lot of stuff going on, and Vince, we needed that story. Thank you so much for sharing. Thank you.
Children. Mr. Hatcher has completed his GED and does have 5 children. And he actually had a 3-month-old when he was incarcerated. Now that child is 6 months and just continues to grow older as Mr. Hatcher sits in custody on this unindicted case. Today, Your Honor, for the charges of cruelty to children in the first degree, those 4 counts, we're asking for a bond on each of those counts not to exceed $2,500. For the possession of a firearm by a convicted felon, we're asking for a $7,500 good bond, and we're asking for UJRs for the remaining misdemeanor charges on these counts. And I would ask whether or not the state has had contact with the alleged victim. It is my understanding that the alleged victims are young cousins of Mr. Hatcher and also 2 of his young daughters. It is my understanding that the mother of his younger daughters are not opposed to any contact with their children and Mr. Hatcher, Your Honor.
Your Honor, thank you. In this case, in reading the warrants, it is clear that Mr. Hatcher placed the 4 young children in extreme danger. In this case, he led the police on a chase. It looks like the police may have crashed into his car, but at some point.
Isn't that special? Isn't that special? That is awesome. That is awesome. Congratulations. Get those well women checks, ladies. Sorry, I wasn't laughing at what you said. I was laughing at a message that came across. But I was reading yours and I saw, that was not an opportune time to split my brain. Congratulations. Isn't that special? Thank you. Thank you for sharing that. You have been here for a couple months now. You've been here since I've been demonetized and you continue to hang out. That's awesome. I love stories like this. These are the kind of stories we need. These really are the kind of stories we need. I appreciate it. Keep rocking it. Isn't that special? Keep rocking it, Vincent. You guys are both awesome. I'm glad that you beat your cancer. That is amazing. We got 2 really good feel-good stories, and I feel like we all needed that tonight. It's Wednesday. It's the middle of the week. We still have 2 days left. Yeah. This is why the community is special, and this is why, to everyone who tells me I pause too much, and what Fred just said in his super chat, I know, Fred, I saw your super chat. This is about time where you can go F yourself. Yeah, you can go fuck off, Fred. You can go fuck right off. Because I will pause every time for feel-good stories. You guys are all awesome. All right, let's finish up with Judge Banning, and then I will call out the super chats that I see coming in.
He stopped the car and got out and fled from the police, leaving the 4 children in the car with a gun in the car. And so from the allegations in the warrant appear to show that he had no regard for the safety of the victims, and the state believes that he does present a danger to the community, to the 4 victims in the case, and risk of intimidation of them and risk of reoffending based on what we heard from Madam Pretrial. The state would ask that he have no contact with any of the children in this case or their immediate family members, and that the court set a bond of $100,000 for each count of cruelty in the first degree, $20,000 for possession of a firearm by a convicted felon, $10,000 for fleeing or attempting to elude, $5,000 for driving on a suspended license, and a UJR for the expired tag, for a total of $435,000. Thank
And
you.
Your Honor, I would just like to respond. At the preliminary hearing, the state was not able to prove from testimony of their officer how fast Mr. Hatcher actually was allegedly going in this vehicle, as clear in the warrant, Your Honor. So it is going to call into question how much danger the alleged victims were in. But again, Your Honor, this is not a opportunity for the state to punish Mr. Hatcher for a case that they have failed to indict after 90 plus days, Your Honor. So we would ask that you also take that into consideration.
All right, no drugs unless prescribed, no alcohol, no weapons.
That was today? No. All right, I got to go back and because I covered that case when he was being arraigned. I got to go back and watch that now. Rachel, can you? I know I'm asking a lot, Rachel, but because I covered that case when he was arraigned and it was funny, can you please? You can do this really quickly because I know you're there all day long. Can you send me a timestamp of when that case starts? And because I would love to cover that case because that case was hilarious. And no, I did not see that case happen. But thank you so much, Rachel, for letting me know that happened today. If you could do me that huge favor, I would love it.
Weapons, no replicas of weapons. No driving unless your bond is modified. You're going to have an ankle monitor if available, paid for by the county with a 24-hour curfew, court, lawyer, and medical. No further contact with TAKESHIA, last name Grady, GRADY, or any of the victims or any of the victims' family or anyone under the age of 18. Let's see. So I'll do 75,000, 75,000, 75,000, 75,000, 20,000, 20,000, 5,000 in UJR jail. 75, 75, 75, 75, 20, 20, 5,000 UJR jail. Best of luck to you, sir. You can lead the books.
And Your Honor, I would just like to make an announcement on the add-on calendar in behalf of Mr. Corey Jeffries, on behalf of Mr. Ken.
All right. So when someone's reading your bond amounts to you, and this is what it sounds like: 75, 75, 75, UJR 75, 75, 75. Yeah, you're not at an auction. You're in jail. That's not a good sign. Anyways, I wanted to show you guys some Judge Manning. Judge Manning is still there. She's still on YouTube. She still does her thing. She's just so rapid fire, and yeah, but everyone who asked for her, there you go. And thank you for knowing who actually watches her every day and sent me the timestamps to be able to grab those. So thank you so much, No, for that. Let's catch up on some of these super chats. Before I catch up on the super chats, I just got a very generous PayPal from Chris. Thank you so much, Chris Barton, for the very generous super chat on PayPal. We have some pretty amazing people here in the chat family. Congrats to all of much and love. Thank you so much, Chris Barton. I'm so glad that yeah, you know what? I don't know what I was about to say, but thank you so much. I appreciate it. All right. The rest of the super chats. Chris, that was awesome. PayPal will I love PayPal just because it's instant, right? I don't have to wait till the end of the month to get it. Anyways, that's me being a little bit selfish. Where was I on super chats? Did I read this one? Oh yeah, I read that one. Fozzie, can anyone hear Colin? I think you forgot. Yeah, Fozzie. Yeah, everyone can hear me. Everyone can hear me. Even though every time you say that, I look to make sure I'm not muted. Thank you, Fozzie. Fozzie again. Pause didn't bother me, but that sounds bad. That sounds bad when you say it that way. But you know what? Do it in private, and no one's gonna. Yeah. If you want to do that, yeah. Thank you, Fozzie, for the super chats. Anyways, Adam Miller, aka Shizrock. My cats are free now to tap dancing on my keyboard. Good for Colin, bad for my bank account. Adam Miller, thank you so much. Thank you so much for joining the Discord. We had a lot of fun with you the other night. Discord's fun. We hang out in Discord in the voice chat every night after the stream, so they're a lot of fun. Jonathan Hart, thank you so much, Shizrock, for the super chat. Jonathan Hart, member for 4 months. You were, I think, in the top 10 for the longest memberships. I think you're actually in the top 5. I think we're about to hit 6 months. I'll see the next time Heather posts a milestone. I'll know, but I think she just posted 5 like within the last week. I don't know, but thank you so much, Jay Hart. Mary Brown, pauses, brain exploding, positive words, fun. Thank you so much, Mary. Yeah, I do pause a lot. And I'm not gonna say sorry for it anymore. I'm not. You guys are here to hang out. It's a live stream, right? We're gonna pause. We're gonna talk, and I'm gonna address the chat. Otherwise, I'll just put out videos, and this is fun, right? All right. Whitway for $7 Canadian, which is, I think, about $500 American. I'm just kidding. It's a joke that I have with Heather. I joke about the Canadian. Yeah. Anyways, thank you so much for the super chat. That's too much. I shouldn't have said that. It's not much, but thank you for the warm welcome into the chat last night. And thank you so much. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. And yes, to Vincent and Isn't That Special? Yeah, those are great stories. Keep sending them to me. Honestly, if you email me, I'll highlight you on the video, and it'll be a little less awkward than me just reading chat and trying to like go back and try to figure out what's going on. But yeah, no. But thank you so much. Thank you so much. All right. I am. You know what? I said I was sure that we were going to pre-trial. We had another Simpson. I'm not. I'm about 90% sure we're about to go into broken system, broken trust. You guys want to watch what he did in court today? Broken system, broken trust. I am surprised. I put him in the title, in the thumbnail, and he's not hanging out with us tonight. I really thought he would be here. I really did. He had a very short final pre-trial before his actual jury trial next week. This is all right. Let's just go. Please tell me it's
Bowman.
No, I am terrible tonight. All right, broken system, broken trust is next. I'm just gonna play the video out. Apparently, I have no idea what's going on my own stream right now. You guys are all awesome. This one's good. This one's funny. This one is funny. Okay, we're gonna laugh. Judge Perkins, him and the defendant. It's funny. And then we're getting into broken system, broken trust. But yeah, I suck.
Herbert. Everett Loman.
Yeah. Yes. Can you hear me?
I can hear you. Good morning to you.
Good morning, sir.
All right. What is I only gave you a $240 fine for this illegal dumping.
How much?
$240 fine.
I paid $565.
And who did you pay that to?
The 36th District Court.
For the illegal dumping?
Yes.
All I see is $240.
No, I paid $565. And they said you will be able to pull it up.
All I see is that they paid $240.
First I paid $300, and then yesterday I paid $265. Yesterday.
What's the case number?
Oh man. Right now, let me see. The case number
starts with a V.
Yeah, V133-00323.
Yeah, I don't see any 565 here. I see $240.
Man, let me see. Let me look on this other page. Okay, my court date is today. I had one on February 26th. The day after, I paid $300, and then yesterday I paid $265 at the 36th District Court. And they say you will be able to pull it up.
On that case number you just sent to me, that's what you say you paid it on?
But my last court date, Your Honor, when I got done talking with you, I went down and paid $300, and then yesterday
I think you got it. I'm gonna say you got it mixed up. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna close the matter out because, and you're not on the docket today. You're scheduled for review. No, October. I mean, are you Everett Loman?
Yes.
Everett Ricardo Loman?
Yes.
Yeah, I think you might have your dollar amounts mixed up or your quarters, because I see you were here on the 26th, and I see it on the 26th. I thought I would have ordered you to pay $500.
Yeah, what you did, and I paid $300, and then yesterday I went and paid the $265 because the total was $565. I paid the $300 first, and then yesterday I paid $265.
I don't know why it's not in here. It's got sentenced to. Can we get his file?
And she said, and she told me, she said you will be able to pull it up. I said, do I have to show him the receipt? She said, no, he will be able to pull it up since I paid it down there.
And I'm pulling it up, and he only got the $240 fine that's written in here. And I know that I used to be sentenced to $240 on this, but I moved it up to $500. Are you the one that had that you drew the lead bags?
Yes, yes, sir.
So that's why it wasn't $500. If you only paid $240,
I paid $565, Your Honor.
You must have paid that toward another court to get your car back or something.
No. The day I had.
Listen, I'm not going to go back and forth with you because I only sentenced you to $240 fine. I didn't sentence you to $500 because you told me it was just lead bags, and I told you, right. You know, we had that discussion about your neighborhood and stuff, and I reduced it because of the bags.
Because when I went down there, Your Honor, honest to God, when I went down there, I said
listen, let's not even debate it anymore, all right? Because I know what I did. What I did and what I told you was exactly what's in the computer. If you paid $560, then I don't know who you paid it to. I see you paid this $240. They gave you credit for $240. If you have a receipt that you paid $560, then you paid towards something else. You paid towards some other tickets that you had down here.
Okay, well, that's what I did then, because I sure paid it.
Yes, that's what you did. Because, let's see. You must have paid some more tickets that were in your name.
Yes, sir. I had to because she told me $565, so I paid $300, and then yesterday I paid the $265.
Okay. Yeah, you paid some tickets that were in your name. All right, so now we got that understanding. All right, I'm gonna dismiss the case, Mr. Loman. Have a very good day. Best of luck to you. All right.
You have a blessed day as well. I could go and apply for my driver's license now.
You could have been applied for your driver's license.
Okay, so I'm all clear then, Your Honor, right?
You tell me, Mr. Loman, you're out here dumping in somebody's trash.
Happy kitty, sad kitty, purr, purr, purr. Oh, I knew what you were doing there. I knew what you were doing with Sparkle Pits. I saw it. I had to pause. For Sheldon. Well played.
Somebody, and you don't even have a driver's license either.
Man, it's been kind of hard, but I apologize, Your Honor. I just paid them off, but I'm finna go get them straight. I ain't driving till I get them straight.
Yeah, right. I don't believe that, but all right,
No.
Mr. Lowe.
I'm telling you the truth.
Let me see one more thing. All right, we'll close that other one out. You don't have to come back in August. We'll close it out. Just don't dump your garbage anymore, please, sir.
I never will. Not no more, Your Honor.
Have a great day. Best of luck to you.
All right, you too. I'll see you at the taco stand.
All right. They didn't put the address in. Miss Mateo is withholding the address from us.
And that's what.
All right, they're about to say the address of the taco stand, and I'm gonna keep the address in there because I would love for the taco stand to blow up because their address is in this video. I don't think it's bullying. I think it's awesome. Just so we're all on the same page. Also, I'll read the super chats in between this video and the next.
What I need, the address.
What's the address? What's the address, Miss one? He can't drive over there anyway. He can't even drive over there anyway, Miss
I'm gonna have my brother Larry drive me down there.
He don't have a license either.
No, he got a license.
All
I'm
right.
gonna drive me, and tacos on me if I see you.
Well, okay. I'll take that on that.
Located at 2026 Lawndale.
2026.
Lawndale, that is spelled Lawndale Street, Detroit, Michigan 48209, sir.
Okay, 2026 Lawndale Street.
That is correct, sir.
All right, thank you.
My pleasure.
All right, Mr. Loman, have a great one.
You.
All right, I'm not gonna lie. When the when the Spanish interpreter tells you that a taco stand's good, I'm gonna trust the Spanish interpreter. I will. I bet that taco stand is fire. I really do. All right. I know this video is almost over. I know, without a fact, that doesn't even make sense. Without a doubt that broken system, broken trust is coming up right now. Let's read some of these super chats before we get into it. Slide to Lish. Fozzie's cat is a thief. Yeah. Fozzie's cat is the best thief because Fozzie's cat always gives me money. Love Fozzie's cat. Fozzie's cat is the best cat on the planet. Might as well be the cat in the hat to me. Jonathan Hart. America FKY. I don't know what that means. I don't. This is me about to turn 40, I guess. I don't know what FKYA means. Canada be like eyeballs. Yeah. Canada be like that a lot, but yeah, I don't know what FKYA means. But thank you so much, JR. I feel like you guys are all telling me in the chat right now as I'm reading through the super chat. Soft Katie, pretty Curdy. Yeah. I knew I butchered the words. I really did. And I already read your super chat, but I butchered them. And you guys said it was from Young Sheldon. It's from the original Big Bang Theory as well. That's where it was first. But I didn't. Yeah, anyways. It's been a while since I've seen that show. So Soft Kitty, pretty kitty, little buffer, something, per. Let's just say that. All right. You guys want to see broken system, broken trust. I know you all want to see broken system, broken trust. So let's go.
Okay, this is 230877, the city of Taylor versus Joshua Lanto.
And good morning, Your Honor. Matthew Zick for the people of the city of Taylor.
All right, Mr. Lanto, can you tell me your name?
Joshua Lanto.
Okay, so this is the time and date set for just a final settlement conference. And you know, Mr. Greco is actually the prosecutor on this case. And we're set for trial, not this Friday, but next Friday on March 22nd of 24. Are you standing in for Mr. Greco today?
I am. He's in another court, so he asked if I could step in just for purpose of the settlement conference. He will be the trial attorney at next week's trial.
All right, and is there any resolution between the parties?
There is not, Your Honor. We've explored that possibility with Mr. Lanto this morning. He has indicated he would like to go forward with the jury trial. People are ready to do so. And as you indicated, the matter is set for next week.
Okay, and am I muted?
No?
Okay. And I did want to insert an apology letter into the record, into the court.
For what purpose, Mr. Lanto?
Well, I'd like to insert an apology letter into the court because Sean Paul Reyes already apologized on behalf of all of our freedoms.
Okay, well, if you have exhibits that you want to admit on, I don't know who that is. That you want to admit as an exhibit on the date of trial, you're free to do so, okay? Oh, he's gone.
I think we lost him, Your Honor.
All right, well, if he comes back, otherwise we're just proceeding to trial and you'll make sure Mr. Greco knows.
Yes, Your Honor. I will follow up with him today. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. And we get that one phone checked in.
All right. For anyone who doesn't know who that is another. It's an auditor. I'm not gonna recite the name of his channel. I don't know him, so I don't want to start any beef with him. He's got a fairly large channel. You can look him up. If you just Google that name, you will find out what channel he has. Because the second I Googled the name, I realized who it was. So, yeah. Not going to say the name because, yeah. Don't want to start a fight with any other channel. And I feel like saying that name of that channel is going to start a fight. Anyways, last clip is a feel-good clip. That was Josh. You know, broken system, broken trust. He comes in here all the time. You know, we have fun. All right. That's what that means. Thank you, Fozzie. Thank you, Fozzie, for letting me know what that means. Also, thank you for the super chat. So all I have to do is say I don't know what something means, and I get super chats. What does IDK mean? I have no idea what that means. I don't know what IDK means. Does that qualify for? Yeah. Anyways. Last one's a little bit of a feel good. But there's only a couple minutes left of this clip. We're gonna hang out on Discord after this. Let's hang out. Let's have some fun. Let's go.
All right. You're all set, sir. Bye-bye. Mr. Witchard, I'm gonna unmute you. Witchard.
Also, by the way, when I say feel, just so we're all aware, this isn't like your heart's gonna feel warm. This is you're gonna laugh. You're gonna laugh, and we like to finish on laughter. But this is so many super chats. I was just gonna say I'm gonna let this play out because it's only like 2 minutes long. Have you never seen Team America? Yeah, I have. Team America, fuck yeah, gonna save the motherfucking day. Yeah, I've seen that one. I've seen it. But thank you, Fozzie, for the super chat. Adam Miller, I'm not sure. I love it. Legal fiction. I don't know what that. You guys are awesome. You guys are all awesome. All right, let's play this clip. Let's let it play out. If you guys want to start guessing on pauses, go ahead because we're playing it out now. You guys are all awesome. Have a great night. We're gonna hang out on Discord. We're gonna have a nice night, and everyone's gonna get along, and it's gonna be fun. I'm saying that now. Till next time. Bye.
NA. June 5th, 9 o'clock.
Thank you for remembering. I appreciate it. It's appreciated. Sharing it with others. Mr. Richard? All right. Ticket number S, calling the matter of the people versus Kevin Lance Richard. I know he's not responding, but I need you to get in there and talk about the trial to see what we're doing for today. Ticket number SP 1518143. This is one count, no insurance misdemeanor. May I have your appearance for the record, please?
Sherika Harris on behalf of Mr. Witchard. Please state your name for the record.
Kevin Lance Witchard.
There we go.
Your Honor, I have had an opportunity to discuss this with my client. He was able to present his valid documentation, which expires 8/16 of 2024. He also paid the related civil infraction. We would ask for a dismissal.
All right, this time the court's going to grant that. Being an officer of the court, having seen that documentation as well as the plea to the civil infraction, I'm going to dismiss count 1. Sir, make sure you always have everything valid, up to date in your vehicle at all times, okay?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, if there's nothing further, you are all set, okay?
You have a great day, Your Honor.
You too. Thank you very much.
Bye-bye.
How you doing?
Thank you, Jesus. Thank you, Tony.
All right. Oh, thank you. That's
Praise
right.
the Lord. Amen.
Yes, Lord. All right. What are we doing on your trial today? All right. I'm not doing this with y'all today. None. None.
You know you want us to do it. I'm sorry. Okay. Oh, all of you too just saw that. Great. Okay, I'm going to go and speak with Miss Mason. Well, actually, Alec Wells, we are ready on that one. Let me.